Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day was cranberry juice, and today I've been playing some games with Red Black Sabo. Red Black Sabo has gained nothing in this new set. I don't think any cards are useful. Maybe Ground Death, but even that's a big maybe because you don't really get to 10 very fast in your trash. If you don't find stage, you're not getting to 10. You're just straight up not getting there. So I don't know. I haven't tried Ground Death, but I don't think it's very reliable. I'd much rather go with the Rev Army one that's always live, right? This card's very, very solid, and the fact that we can play this over Black Vortex now is nice. The new card that everyone is running in Sabo, and I'm no different, is Ein. Ein is specifically for the Mihawk matchup, because they tap all their guys, especially Shanks, because he can come down on 7, and you can't Stussy till 9. So if Shanks comes down on 7, having the Ein to answer it is really, really good. Only searchable off Garp, but it's nice that it is at least searchable off Garp, so you don't just have to hard draw into it. You've got some searches that can help you get there, and if you're on odds, you have a lot more time to search, which some of the time you will be into Mihawk. I'm not sure what's better in that matchup, because we want to go evens, but they want to go odds. I think we're better off just still taking evens, but the jury's out for me still. Another change is Inazuma. This is a nice fold-on play if you don't find your blocker Sabo. It's a 2k, it just puts a Don on leader. It's nothing funky, but it can put a Don on your leader that you swing 5 and develop a guy on 4. It's fine. I'm very happy with the vast majority that counts in this list. The two I'm not really happy with at all is this Brook. I was just trying this out as like an answer for Boa. Because I was really struggling with the Boa blockers, and the fact that this trashes them obviously doesn't proc Boa's leader effect. So I was trying Brook. It never really came up because it's unsearchable and it's a brick. And it's still kind of awkward on 6 because then you don't have a Don on your leader. I wasn't really finding him coming up. I'm thinking about trying Beckman next time, because especially if you get your shit curve on odds, this coming down on odds can get rid of whatever they played last turn, right? And it can even get rid of Gorgons, which is really big. Being able to get rid of Gorgons and not take a life seems quite compelling. So, interested to try Beckman. I probably wouldn't play this Brook again. It wasn't really coming up. I also tried 9-cost Newgate. So I was like, oh, maybe if we can go to 8k, maybe that could be something. But by the time that you get to play it, I was finding that Boa had basically already had me at 1 or 0 in most games. So I wasn't getting that much value out of him. And again, he's only good on like exactly your first 10 on turn. And he's unsearchable. And he's a brick. So I wasn't having much value with the Newgate. You might see him in my hand in a couple of these games. I think I might have played him in one game today. But yeah, it wasn't amazing. So maybe try Beckman in these slots. Or maybe just buff up your counts of the Dragon and maybe an extra 1k or a 2k. Maybe another hack. Another card you could try in that slot is this Dragon. It's okay to stop a bit of removal. If you see this on curve, and it is very searchable. And if you see this on curve, it can stop specific things like a Mars from blowing up your Sabo, or a Rayleigh from blowing up much of anything. And that is one card that's very annoying in the Boa matchup, I will say. Not that Rayleigh. Yellow Rayleigh. Yellow Rayleigh is brutal, because we want to go down to 3 aggressively, right? So that we turn off our negative leader effect. Well, then Rayleigh's online, and Rayleigh just KOs the Sabo, which is, that's not good. The fact they can even play this off certain triggers or just get the trigger is very rough. This card's not searchable in the Boa deck, almost always. They're not usually on Lilith anymore. But when they do see it, it can really throw a spanner in the works. So if you do want to have a little potential answer to that, you could try the Dragon, but it is only really good on 6. Because then if they blow up your Sabo on their 7 on turn, like, you could always just summon him back with the Dragon. So, and if they whiff the Rayleigh on curve, the time's kind of passed. So I'm not sure it's worth it, but it could be okay. In terms of the sort of new leaders, I think Mihawk is actually quite favoured. The Ein is very useful. The Stussy is very useful. Absolutely, they can get you. They can certainly get you. The Bonney that freezes the Don, if you're on evens, can throw you off quite nicely, which is pretty reasonable. If they drop that on 5, you cannot Sabo on 6, which means you're kind of stuck playing one of these, which isn't the best, but it's not the end of the world. Boa I've found much more difficult. Like I spoke about with the Rayleigh, that's really tough to deal with. The fact that we don't really have any good answer for their Boa blockers other than
just hit them and let the burn happen isn't great. Pudding's not great because our hand is naturally very large at the start of the game, because we either don't want to counter or can't counter, depending on the situation, because our leader's 4k, which is tough. Yellow Luffy, I think, is very close. I've had a few games into that. Every single one has been like 1k counter in it. Or if I made a slightly better play, the game could have gone differently. So I think the Yellow Luffy matchup is close. I've not played any Doflamingos. I played into one Crocodile, and I've not included that game, but that matchup is absolutely miserable. You play this on 4, they reduce its cost to 0 with their leader effect, rest it with Mr. 1, immediately attack it. You follow up one of these. If they've removed this, they just reduce this to 0, attack it, and you lose your leader effect. So it's really hard to defend your characters in the early game. And they can also starve you. They can choose to starve you for a turn, which I think the Crocodile matchup is genuinely trash for this deck. Also add in that the Stussy obviously can't pop their Croc. And if they're able to deal with even one of your boards, their 8-cost Croc gets insane value. I think the Crocodile matchup is pretty cooked. Those are sort of the main ones. I've not got an opinion on Doffy yet. Just because I haven't managed to play any. But I do think Sabo is decent in this format. I'm not sure. He's definitely not top tier, but I think you can definitely do pretty well with this deck. And once we get that Koala in EBO3, I think that's pretty exciting. This one, because then we get an alternate good Fordon play, which is nice. Although you will have to cut some of your tech cards or your searchers, which will impact your consistency somewhat. But it is what it is. You'll probably end up cutting like 2 of these Koalas and then like 2 tech cards. Maybe an Ein, and then one of those Brooks that I had. Perhaps. It's really nice that this can summon like a 6-cost from the trash if your opponent does take her out. Which means she kind of just gets to sit there every turn. Which is great in its own right. All in all, I think Sabo is pretty good. Not top tier by any means, but absolutely able to compete. Your Ace matchup is still super good. Your Emu matchup is still winnable. Your Mihawk matchup, I think, is pretty reasonable. Maybe slightly favoured for Sabo. At least from my game so far. I think Boa slightly unfavoured. Croc is cooked, but in my limited experience so far. But I do also think Crocodile is a weaker deck than those others. So I don't think you should expect to see too many Crocs. Although if your locals is in Miami, maybe reconsider bringing Sabo. But yeah, he's a lot of fun. I'm really excited for that Koala. I'm also really excited for that Sabo starter deck. I really hope it gives him something to do on his odd curve. Because when you're on odds, you're kind of just one don off. There's no good 5 or 7s, really, other than Ein. It was not even Rev Army, so you can't find her. Regardless, here's a few games with Red-Black Sabo. I'm going to go into Mihawk. My second curve is more important than his first curve. Double Stussy is solid. Sabo's good as well. I think I'll keep. I think this is very playable. There's a boat on 1. Very nice. At least we're not getting hit twice, though, on our early turns. Stage. Oh, I need this, but stage is so good. Getting the stage set up makes our life just so much easier. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to ditch the event. I'll take that. Yeah, it's a bit weird bottoming a 6-cost Sabo because we need that on 6, but getting the stage makes our 8 on turn so much better as well. And we'll take that. I don't know what this is for 3. Perona. Plus something else. DMG. Kid and Killer, maybe? Couple of boats. 1,000 events. Kid and Killer, sure. So it's a Supernova build. Good to know. 5-cost Bonney is something that's going to be... Wow, whiffs on that. That's unfortunate. 5-cost Bonney is a play he can make to disrupt our 6-don turn, which would be a little annoying. This is not for that matchup, but let's do this first. Koala's decent. She's decent. We'll swing. We'll probably take. Yeah. Then we'll ditch this new gate. Well, it's not the 6-cost Sabo I wanted, but it is a 6-cost Sabo. Might you take this? Because we can just play another one of these. It's not the worst thing in the world. And if he does 5-cost Bonnie stun a Don, we're going to need this to have a play. Just goes with Toshigi. It's fine. It's a better play, but yeah. It's a weird one. And swing 8. We just block 2 this. Yeah, classic. Okay, so we've got a Gamba. We can ditch this. And if we find 6-cost Sabo, we're gaming. I think we just ditch the Koala. No, we don't find him. I guess we'll take this. Then I think I'm going to go Waxing Fit. Sorry, I'm going to go Garp. See if we can find an Ein. We do find an Ein. Ein is very, very good. So we'll just play this Sabo. So we'll swing 7-7. And then just play this Sabo as like a chump blocker. Not even a chump blocker. He's still decent. He's considerably worse than the other Sabo, but it is what it is, right? He's going to take that 7. He's going to take this 7. Don't take that. Take this. This is the heavy, heavy monster sound. Anyway. He invests heavily, like swing like a 9 with Shigi into Sabo. That's kind of okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's buff up Shigi. Law, okay, no Shanks though. Second Shigi is still good. Second Shigi is good. This Ein's still going to be important. I think we ditch a Stussy here. The top of the stage even. I know you're strong. That does nothing into us, but it's still a 3k event, which is fine. Yeah, sure, we'll just take this one. Which is nice. Then we'll block this 8. Block 2k. Oh, he does have to buff that, doesn't he? And that's just a blunder. Not much to say on that one, mate. I'm afraid. Now there is no way for us to do a good dragon play here. There is no way. We can Ein a Shigi, or we can also just 8-cost dragon. It's ditch a Stussy. Well, there's a 6-cost Sabo. Do I want to take it? We could just play it this turn. I think it is nice to get him down. Next turn, he can Mihawk. We're putting on a lot of pressure ourselves here as well. Is there any reason to buff the cost of this? There's not really any reason to buff the cost of much, but we'll just do it. We'll just do it. Can attack. I want to leave one open for Waxing Fist. For sure. Let's take out his searchers. Yeah, let's take out his searchers. Stop him resting those with effects. I'm just going to swing everything. Should have probably swung 8 there, thinking about it. But, yeah, it is what it is. We got an event out of him. We'll see if he does Mihawk this turn. No. Does he find Shanks, at least? Shanks can rest this, which is pretty decent. Yeah, it does get Shanks. Okay, can rest our Sabo. It's solid. We will be removing this Shanks, for certain. Unless we think we can go for lethal. 8 to 6. So you're going to have to rest 2 Dons to buff this. So then your swings are what? 8, 7? Just 10. And clear a searcher. This stays up. So lethal it's hard. Unless we take both from Roger. My concern is if I counter this, he can swing to the Sabo and we can't actually save it. That's my concern. Six, definitely not. We'll definitely counter that one. Yeah. Give a Betty. This goes 8. Sure. If I take, he has 2 Don. It's a lot of cards though still. And the Roger swings are not very good. I think we play a sort of slow turn this turn. Yeah. I think we play a slow turn this turn, get rid of the Shanks, and sort of go from there. Well, that's a very free trash. Although we could actually play another one of those. I'm not going to Iron. I'm just going to Stussy. Yeah, I'm just going to Stussy because it guarantees the removal on the Shanks. Iron, he can potentially do like Paradise Waterfall or some stupid shit to get out of it. Let's trash the Black Dragon. Take a 1k. Do I want to play another stage? Toss an Ein. Try and find more counter. Could also just play Koala, but that is exactly the same, right? It's exactly the same. And this loses a 1k. This loses us 2 bricks. So yeah, this is better if we want to. 2k is perfect. Swing 2 to Perona. Deploy this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. 7 leader. Do we swing any of these? I think the answer is no. Because we have to respect DMG. We don't have that much counter. But leaving 3 blockers up says to him that it's very hard for him to go for lethal. He may end up just going with a Lorpo. And the other benefit of not tapping anything is Lorpo doesn't buff him to 7, so it's quite a difficult choice for him here. It is quite a difficult choice for him here, I think. If he has DMG, then I think he probably should go for it. Lorpo, yeah, but you don't get the buff, which is really, really big. Really, really big. And we take down to 0 to activate Roger. This can only be, what, 6, 8. That's the only swing, so we can counter those. So we just go and no blocker resolve. Eight. Should never swing this, because we have a blocker. Yeah, no, definitely not that one. Dragon, sorry, Roger, excuse me. Yeah, gotta do that first. 7, 7, 7, 10, 13. That's lethal. With only 1 Don, that is lethal. Because he didn't get the buff from Lord Beppo, because we didn't tap anything. Yep, he sees the writing on the wall. Can counter 1 with the Trichilocosm. Can counter 1 with the 2/2Ks, but then that's it. That's GG's. We'll play to our opponent. To be fair, we kind of... Did we go first or second? I can't even remember. We got second. Yeah, we got second. We got our curve. No, we didn't get our curve, did we? We whiffed 6 cost Sabo. Is that right? Yeah, we actually had a pretty bad curve, didn't we? We played 4 Don Sabo into 4 Don Sabo into 6 Don Sabo into Stussy, which is a bad curve. We whiffed Dragon, we whiffed Sabo on 6. We still managed to overcome him. He did with Shanks on 7 and Mihawk on 9. Although this Supernova build is usually only on like 1 to 2 Mihawks. And Law into Tashigi isn't bad. Like, that's not a bad 7 Don turn. Bonney wouldn't have mattered because we didn't fucking play the stupid... We didn't play on curve anyway. We just kind of hung out. But yeah, well played for our opponent. Let's move on. Got to go into Green Bonney. It's going to be a long one, I expect. They do like first, but I do like second. So I think it's more important for me to have my curve. We've got 6, but literally no searches, nothing else. The Inazuma's fine, but I think I'm going to mulligan that. Cool, that's a better hand, for sure. Let's start at the stage, because we have an easy discard on the stage. We'll take the blocker. Then we'll go with Koala, just build a bit of trash. We'll just take this so that we have it. If we find an extra one, we can discard it off stage anyway. This is going to be a weird matchup. Yeah, we'll just take... Does he have something for 3? 3 cost Bonney, maybe? Yeah, 3 cost Bonney. Good stuff. Now, I really don't want him to rest this, but... It's kind of one of them. I can't swing without playing this, so we kind of have to. We'll definitely trash the extra one. I'll take another 6 cost Sabo. Looking for a dragon, I think, next turn. Yeah, it's awkward because he gets to rest our blocker, right? But I can't swing. I'd rather have the blocker tapped and get a life, I think, than just not have anything on the board. I don't know. It's a weird one, though. Weird one. Koshiro. No 5-drop at least. 8 to 6. I don't really want to counter this. We don't have a ton of counter, but we can. We can. I think I want to save the counter for my characters at the risk of, yeah, losing a life there. I definitely don't want this rested, but actually, would he even rest this? Because we'll be swinging 7-7. I don't know that he would rest this. Let's trash a Bellow Betty. Okay, we do get the dragon. We can trash the second Sabo next turn. Yeah. I think having this as a blocker is probably more important than the swing being a touch bigger. So we'll go 6. I think it's likely he may well just take this anyway, to be honest. Cool, we do get a 2k. I'm not upset about it. And then we'll pass. We're developing our board nicely. He's on 7 now. Could Hody, but I don't know. He does Hody. Okay. Fair enough. Can only swing with Hody, though. There's probably just 8 at lead, and we will counter this, for sure. Can swing leader into Koala, that's fine. We'll go 2k, 1k here. Give up. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. One of these, and then... I kind of want the Garp, not going to lie, to get a Stussy, potentially. We could iron this Hody. It's not the worst. I think developing 2 more guys, though, is going to be more important. Go double 2s here. Yeah, I think I'm going double 2s because I kind of want to keep the Garp to try and find a Stussy. Yeah, that's fine. Koala, not really important. We've got our trash for this turn set up already. It's the Sabo. So let's trash that. There's our Stussy. We'll take a 2k. Push her to the top just in case, but probably not. Then we're just going with Dragon. We don't have any Stussies in there. No. Yeah, and I'm going to do this first, because I think it's likely he just rests one of our attackers, because we've got pretty good aggression this turn. We'll return this. We'll return Koala and Bellow Betty. Summon this. Bump up. Bump up. This is the biggest swing. We always start with the biggest swing into Bonney. So we'll go 8. He can use his Bonney and rest probably this blocker. Maybe the leader. The leader is also 8, so it kind of doesn't matter. He can rest the other blocker if he wants, but then I might just consider leaving this open. No, just goes leader. That's fine. Blocks with Kosh, sure. And we'll go 7. No easy choice for him here. 2k. Cool, your turn. We've got a nice big blocker on the board. Next time we can either go with Iron or do something else. Okay, Shanks is good. Shanks is good. We just block 1k this. This can't swing anyway. Because our leader's 6k. Sure. Good meme. There's no point doing that, really. But it is what it is. Now, the sequencing on whether we do stage or Garp first matters not at all. Let's just go with Garp. No Stussy, that's okay, though. I mean, the only option actually is dragon, so we'll take dragon. Do we want to go with dragon this turn? We can do this. For sure. We do have the option of Ein, although Ein next turn gets even more value. We've got to consider Doflamingo a little bit, which is tricky. Wouldn't mind removing this Hody Jones. We could start by swinging 10 into it. And see how he responds to that. I presume by resting our Sabo blocker, but we'll see. I presume we're resting the Sabo blocker. I wouldn't mind just playing another blocker as well this turn. Yeah, it makes sense. Does he counter to save this? He does. 2k, 1k. Dragon seems good here. We can take out this Hody. How much counter have we got? 2, 4, 6, 7. We can pitch the Betty with a stage to try and find like an extra 1k. We can pitch the Ein. Just find a little bit more counter. I don't think we're in danger of dying next turn. My concern is like a Doffy chain. My concern is a Doffy chain. But we're going to have this Garp, who's still going to be upright at the very least. We can do like Ein, swing into the Shanks with the Garp maybe. And whatever one isn't locked. Yeah, I think we go with this. So this is at 10. This is at 7. This is at 7, so it doesn't really matter where we put the Don. Just put them on lead. 10 to Hody. Cool, Hody's gone. Don't want to leave this active. Yes. If we leave this active, we can go lock, lock, lock. Or lock, lock, lock. And then the Shank swings only like 11 into 8 at best, which we can counter. Or we can block. I think I kind of do want to leave this active to play around a potential Doflamingo. Or if he goes really big with the Shanks, we can block with the Sabo. It's weird though, because getting him down to 1 there would have been really, really good. Definitely go no blocker. 2k, 2k. Yeah, because if this is Doflamingo, this can't swing anywhere. Okay, it's a Shanks. It's going to swing for 6 at lead, I suppose. But we can just block, so it doesn't actually get to swing. So it's same difference, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's... whatever. It's not happening. Well, there's an easy toss from stage. Don't think I want another one of these. You could summon a Sabo. I think playing Ein here is going to be the best move, though. And we'll look to take out the Shanks. So we'll just hit the 1k. Do that. Do that. I want this to swing into here, so what's the biggest swing? So we'll swing with that first. We'll swing 9 leader. So we're going to swing the Garp into this. But I don't want to swing this first. Because then he rests our bigger character. Go 3 to 0. Cool. Do we swing this? No, we just win next turn. Even if he Doffies, locks like these 3, we have the Ein, we have the... we don't necessarily win if he Doffies, right? Because he can clear the Garp. Locks these. Tapping this doesn't... It swings an 8. It's okay. Can he go for lethal? We're at 6. He's got 8. 19, 29, so it's like 10s. We can counter a 9, so we're good on him going for lethal. I think we do swing this. We either get 2/2Ks out of his hand, which makes lethal a lot easier next turn. Or we get the blocker. And getting rid of the blocker is huge, because now if he doffies, he can't defend up. Getting the blocker there is huge. He can Hody, but the swings aren't big enough. Sure. Rouge, Bonney. Okay, blocker gaming. Holy. That's a lot of blockers. This probably swings lead, honestly. Or Sabo, I guess. Goes into Sabo. Well, you will get that, unfortunately. It's not really good. We can't kill him unless... Yeah, no, we can't kill him at all because there's just too many blockers. So we swing with this, say, he rests the Sabo, and we only have 2 more swings, so he goes block, block, block. Which is pretty cursed. We can just play one of these at the end of the turn as a blocker, I suppose. It will cost 6, unfortunately, because we're not going to get there. Let's go the Searcher. This is free. Oh, there's the damn Roger, man. This would be game. Very much so. If this was a Garp instead of a Betty, this would be game. Maybe you could take a slightly cheaper blocker. I feel like we're just gonna... What am I even looking for off this Betty, right? We've gone through one of each dragon. I've bot decked the other black dragon quite recently. So that we're not going to find that. There's like 1 red dragon left, I think. So this doesn't really find us anything better than this Sabo blocker. So we're probably just best off... We can take the Waxing Fist, though, for more counter. Yeah. And then I'll toss the Betty. See what we get. Okay, those would have been good as well. All our tech cards being unsearchable is so sad. This does nothing. I'm not going to play this. There's no need. We'll just play a Sabo, I guess. We'll do this first. Swing with the biggest character. Eat whichever blocker he likes. Probably Koshiro. I would have to assume. Rest the Sabo blocker. Very nice. Burns that. If we want to leave this up, or play the blocker, we need to leave 2 Don open. Yeah, we want to leave 2 Don open so that we can play the Waxing Fist guaranteed. So we'll go 7-8, play Sabo. Oh, I suppose if I play this, we can actually use more Don. But if this whiffs, I have less counter. Okay, I know you're strong. Sure. Yeah, if this whiffs, we have less counter, so I'm not gonna... There's no need. We'll go 8. This is almost guaranteed to go through. Yeah, right. Gets rid of that. And we play a blocker and pass. So if he has Hody, he can rest this and 1 Don, but we have a 4k. We've got 2k, 1k. We might lose 1 character to this Shanks. If he top decks Doffy, we will still have, hopefully, 3 characters. We should be able to defend whatever he swings his Shanks into. If he just Doffies. Because we can do Waxing Fist plus 2k. Or 1k even on the Ein. And then these can't swing. And we'll have 3 swingers. Having 3 swingers is the critical mass because of a Rouge. Yeah, no blocker. Waxing Fist. Go to 11. 1k. That plays around Doffy, I do believe. Long game. Always a long game into Bonney. Always a long game into Bonney. Stall deck. It is quite, it's quite an interesting, like, sort of a brain puzzle, I guess. Just trying to play around their best plays as best you can. If we'd found some more of our non-Rev Army cards as well, this would have been much easier. If we found Stussies, Newgate wouldn't really help, but the one of Roger would have been huge. Yeah, Stussy would have been good. Another Ein would have been nice as well. He's got Cavendish, but I'm not sure that helps too much. Oh, he got 2 more blockers. Is this a blocker? No, it isn't. I'm afraid, sir, my final card is a 2k. I don't know why he didn't swing this with this Don, to be honest. I'm guessing maybe that means he has an event. But he gets another Don back from this. He did not have an event. Yeah, just loses. Fair enough. GG's to our opponent. He should have swung 1 bigger into the iron. He'd have got it. We still had 5 swings, though, which he can negate 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them. But the other ones all go through because he has 0k counter. So, yeah, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Got a game to yellow Luffy. He has yoinked second off us. We have triple searches, including stage, though. So this is just a snap keep. For sure. Yeah, we'll just go with this. I'm going to toss the 2k because I don't want to toss my searches. I mean, they're pretty... That's not great. I'll take a slightly better searcher than Koala. And then pass. Yeah, it is what it is. He does just pass. Do we want to potentially give him the Flaming Dragon King? I kind of don't. And given that we have triple searches, I think going that route is fine. Let's start with Koala. Well, that's perfect. Now we'll go Betty. Still need to see 6 cost. Just take 8 cost for now. Go Garp. There's 6 cost. Then I'm going to trash the Ein. Take a second 6 cost. Well, we've got our curve sorted. Sabo, Dragon, Dragon D's. Fordon, Sanji, Kiku. Who knows? It's Kiku. Incredible. That is just going to get to exist, I'm afraid. There's not a lot we can do about it. Here's the free one. We'll toss the Sabo. I don't really want another Sabo. I'll take a Betty. Then we go forward on Sabo. Take the top life. Again, I should probably really be taking this life before using the stage. That's something I really need to get through my thick skull. Do I want to play this Betty? Not overly. Newgate's kind of interesting. Newgate's kind of interesting. Let's just do this. Guarantee the life goes through. We do get the pass. Or do get the take, rather. Yeah, this Newgate could be kind of funky, you know? I'm feeling the potential. Feeling the potential. We've got our Sabo Dragon Sabo set up. We're good on all that. Yeah, nice swing of 5, Buster. If you want to Robin, you've got to just Robin. That's your entire turn. You can Robin. It's allowed, but that is your whole turn. Zoro. Okay. It's going to make me think twice about blocking with my Sabo, hey? He uses that first. Put Don here. Okay. So he's saying if you block with this, you've got to give me a 2k anyway. So we may as well just go... Do we want him to turn this sideways? It doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, actually. Nobody is playing this card. But he's actually deceptively quite good, I think, here. Yeah, because I can't block, because this has rush character. That's annoying. We'll just give it 2k. Yeah, nice fucking... Come on, dude. Why are you turning that? Come on, man. We'll toss this, take a 2k. Nothing funky. Go Sabo. Buff. Don. 7 8s. Get a couple cards in the lives. 2 lives. Looks like maybe 2 lives. Lilith trigger. Sure. If you like. It's a shame we've got quite so many bricks. There's 6 Horse Robin. Can play that this turn pretty easily. But I'm still just going to continue piling at life, because we're going to have to kill him. We're going to have to kill him pretty fast. I wouldn't be surprised to see like 9 into this Sabo here. That could be a pretty reasonable play. So you feel like he's going to want to play that Robin for 6. You just get the feeling, right? Yeah, there's the Robin. Okay, trashes our Roger, which is not amazing. he can also just go more aggressive now, right? And Bonney is live. So this Zoro, low-key, the best thing he could have done last turn by a country mile. And I was not expecting it. Because nobody plays this card. This card's genuinely kind of bad, but this guy disagrees. So we take this, we're facing 8-8. If we block this, we're still facing 7-9, but you can probably take out this. I'm just going to block. If he goes here, that's Giga Greedy. I think he should take out this. Or dealer damage, that's fine too. 1 Don for an event, sure. Well, we've got a freebie on the trash. Trashing that. Take a 2k. Always nice. Gonna go with Dragon again. No, not again, this is the first Dragon. It's never better to go with Stussy, right? Stussy would remove this, which is a big problem off the board. We kind of still have to leave at least 1 blocker up, otherwise we're in a lot of trouble. In fact, we might have to leave 2 blockers up. If we leave this on the board, we've very much got to leave 2 blockers up. What if we go Newgate? If we go Newgate, we probably don't need to leave any blockers up. So if he goes Bonney, we're at 8. He'd have 1 more Don. He could swing 10-10. No, that would still get us, actually. Huh. I think we might be playing Dragon and leaving a lot of blockers up. Just because these 3 bricks, not ideal. There's never a path to lethal with this, but there is a very good path to lethal with this next turn. We'll send back the events. One of these, and one of these. Summon this over the top of Betty. Buff up. Buff up. If he doesn't Bonney and just splits 4 ways between the 2-2Ks and like 2 blockers, we should be fine. If he does Bonney, his split is 10-10 with the Zoro. We can only go 2-10. These are problems. We still need to leave 2 blockers up. We can never tap 2 of them. But leaving 2 up should be enough. We'll leave this one up because it's smaller. We can swing bigger here. We can swing, what, 8-9? And we've seen both events, I think. So there's no reason to leave a Don up for the event that could come out of life. Let's go 8. Lilith, sure. Jinbei. Is there any trigger that could cook us? I don't think so. Kiku would maybe help him a little bit, but he still only have 5 swings. We have 2 blocks. I think it's worth the risk. I think it's worth the risk. Robin's fine. That's fine. On the 10. Definitely not swinging with this. We've got 2 blockers. He can't rest either of them. Does go with Bonney. So we have 5k. He can do a 10k or 10-10 split. Or he can go bigger and on the Bonney. But he can't actually get anywhere, right? Because we have the 2 blockers. Oh, he's going to go small. Right, okay. Actually, kids. We had 6, 6, 6, 8, 10. We can counter all 3 of these. And then at the very worst, we can block these. And then we've got a slightly dodgy lethal. Now, we have 4 swings with the dragon. We're definitely playing the dragon because it is so efficient. We need... He can easily counter 1 with, like... Look, he's got fucking 10 cards. This isn't guaranteed in any way. We can definitely lose this. But there is no other play. It's just dragon. Do we want to split with the koala? I don't think so. We'll leave these 2 Don so that we can if we need it in an emergency. This is always happening. We'll toss a Newgate, whatever. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. We got a brick anyway. So we've got 9. This is 8. This is 10. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. We can go 9, 9, 9, 10. So I think I'm going to start with 9. I'm presuming this is unblockable event and not You'll Frighten Me. If it's You'll Frighten Me, I think we're just fucked. But I'm going to get sort of guess on this is unblockable. But we're still really far away from winning because he's got so many damn cards, man. He's got so many damn cards. Yeah, I think this Robin blocker trigger might be what cooks us here, actually. Yeah, he's definitely got us. Yeah, he's got us unless this is, yeah, his hand is entirely breaks. Which it isn't. Yeah. Wonder how close it was. We'll find out, I'm sure. Yeah. GG's. How close it... Wow, it was exact math, actually. It was exact math. Yeah, GG's. If I'd gone 9-9, would he been able... Would he have died? No, he had exact math. He has exact number to counter out of a 9 as well. He was good on the 9. That was close. This Zorro really caught me off guard. That was so much better than the Nico Robin. If he played the Nico Robin, it's just not an 8k body, and we would have got to block with the Sabo, right? Yeah, I think he could have even got more value if he'd swung with the Kiku first. I would have just blocked with the Sabo, expecting the Robin. Well, I might have taken, actually, expecting the Robin. So maybe it would have caught him off guard. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have took one of the swings on that turn so that he couldn't Robin the following turn. Him trashing the Roger didn't really matter, though. The Roger... Could it have won us the game for us there, actually? Because he wouldn't have got to block with the Robin. But he still countered, what, a 9? And he had counter for 2 9s. So he'd have been able to counter this. He'd have been able to counter... this. Should have been 7. Yeah, Roger would have got us there. Huh? Yeah, Roger would have got us there so if I'd taken that swing of like 6 or whatever it was. He could have maybe done something else though on that following turn. Maybe he could have kidded, maybe he could have Zorroed. I don't know. There's a lot of variables there. If we'd have had that Roger, that would have won us the game. And that was what he trashed with the Robin. That's interesting. Yeah, this Zorro definitely caught me off guard. Seems pretty good in the Sabo matchup. He won dice as well, which was pretty big. It throws us off. Hey, anyway, well played to our opponent, and I probably also could have swung on the first turn to get a 1k out of him, but I was playing around Dragon King, so it's very hard to play around everything in yellow, I think, but hey, definitely some things I could have maybe done differently there. Go to Boa to take second. This is a good hand. Got the stage, we've got some searchers. He mulligans, okay, so he's got random hand. That's whatever. We'll ditch the Stussy. It's useless in this matchup. Not great. I'll take an Inazuma. Then we'll go with Bello Betty. Sabo blocker. I choose you. Your turn. We've got the Sabo blocker. That's a good start. We need to find the 6-cost Sabo. This deck kind of does the same thing every time. What a treat. Does stack a life. I think we can We're taking that. That's a free toss off the... Normally I'd play the Sabo first, but this is literally the worst card in the game, pretty much, right now. We'll take that. We'll play the Sabo blocker, take the life, do this here. And as much as we know he has a trigger, we can block one swing. We can block one swing. Though if we don't give him the trigger, maybe we don't give him the trigger. I think I'm going to stall for one turn on the trigger. If he plays pudding, he plays pudding. Not a lot I can do about it. Okay, just a Hancock. Still gets to swing 7 though, which is a little annoying, so we have to give at least 1,000 on that. I'll probably just give 2. So I kind of want to keep this guard. Yeah, no blocker. We'll keep Inazuma. You're okay. Let's toss Stussy. They're all terrible. I'll take this, because I never want 2 of these. And we can play this. It's like not the worst thing in the world. Do this. Bing bong. We're going to give him the trigger here. It's fine. Gorgons, what a surprise. Hit him with another 7. Can block 2. Or just block burn. Takes again. This one's blind. I think that was 9-cost Boa. I think that was 9-cost Boa because he paused. Of course. This card is the bane of this matchup. This is the most brutal card in this matchup, man. Because it takes about your blocker off the board for just no cost. And we have to go to 3. Like, I can't sit at 4. It's just not an option. Triple 2s as well. I think this game's over. I think this game is over. It's too much aggression. The aggression is crazy. We need to min-max our counter here. Okay. Okay. You're not getting it. I want to keep my blocker boy hanging out. Red Dragon this turn, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's just this Sabo. Well, I'll take that Sabo, I guess. Yeah, Red Dragon here is okay. We're going to have to just push for a very, very dodgy lethal over a couple of turns here. I think. This Boa is not attacking next turn. There is absolutely no way. It is worth noting, if we KO'd the Gorgons and he 9-Boas... If we KO'd the Gorgons and he 9-Boas, he won't have the Doms. But he has triple 2s in hand, so I don't think we ever get the Gorgons and the Hancock. Which would be the double value that I'm really looking for. These have to go here. Yeah, this is 8. This is 10. See what he does with this 8. If he counters, I'll probably take the Gorgons with the Dragon. These are both 6s. It's really annoying. We would do nullify this, though. I don't think this would swing, and then he'd get 1 card out of us max. We've been spotted. We've been spotted. Not the best game to be spotted in, because I think we're cooked. We're kind of drawing like balls. No, not even drawing like balls. It's just the Rayleigh so brutal. The Rayleigh is brutal in this matchup. No, we've drawn fine. That was cap. Cool. He does not. Do you want to swing 7? No, I really don't. I really don't. But if he leaves this up next turn, I think we have to. I think we have to swing 7. Because we need... It's so hard, right? It's so hard. If he 9-Boas here... Yeah. It's... Because this burns the last life, right? That's why I'm trying the Brook. If this stays active, but he won't have a Don on the leader, to be fair. I should have not swung that. I think that was a mistake. We did get 2 cards out of him, though. Red Rock. Okay. Now, this is a card you don't see in Boa very often, but I actually think it's a very, very good card in Boa. I actually think it's very, very good. That's not going to happen. Still not going to happen. He passes. Okay. Now, he can burn our life. That is true. Hand is pretty poo. Pretty poo. Kind of need a play. This counter situation is strong, though. We could just play the Sabo as a blocker. Could just play the Sabo. Swinging with the Betty this turn feels solid. It does. We definitely need to establish something. Like, if this stage hit finds us a black dragon, a red dragon, black dragon, a red dragon, that's kind of it. This Sabo would be good. It's kind of a gamble. If he blocks, we're at 1. 4k. Just 2. His split's 10, 11. We could leave this standing, though. This is actually just better to have in our hand in the Inazuma, though, right? Well, we kind of semi-whiffed there. Did we take a koala and go again? Just try and find... God, gotta give me something. Dragon, that's good. Dragon is brilliant. That is perfect. Send back some 2Ks. Summon Sabo. Boop, boop. We don't get to swing with the Betty, but we do get to swing with the leader and this blocker now. Do we want to swing into the Rayleigh? Not really. He may be really good, but I'm going to go 7 again. He burns us. Okay. I think we might be good here. Surprisingly. I think he overfocused on this Sabo. Should have pressured more at face. Potentially. Yeah, I think potentially focused too much in on this Sabo. But regardless, it's been a close game. The Rayleigh was really big. Drawing that dragon there was really big as well. Off the koala, but you know, I think we kind of had to go for it. If we find even just this, we're fine. Even just the Sabo is fine. And next turn, we're definitely going for lethal. Definitely, definitely. But we're good here because we've got the Waxing Fist. The Waxing Fist is huge. Yeah, the Waxing Fist is huge. I'm glad I... Okay, that's pretty annoying. Another Rayleigh. But we still have 5 swingers. We can look to split 3 ways. And then if it's not happening, we can split with the weenies. 7. He really does not like this Sabo. I'm not going to say anything. He really does not like this Sabo. It's quite funny. Big up Waxing Fist. Made it so that he couldn't go for lethal there. In any way. Yeah, just do that. It should be GG's, but you never know, because this can be what you'll frighten me, right? So let's put Don here. 9's pretty good. 10 is better, because it plays around Slave. 10 plays around Slave Grandma. So if he gives us Slave 2, yeah, okay, it's Slave. So we know he has the Grandma now, right? We know he has the Grandma. So let's go 7k with Sabo. If he 2k 1ks, we can split with the Koalas. And the Koala and the Betty. And if he takes, then we have 1 million with leader. Cool. That's going to be the game. Well played. Well played, my friend. 5 there. What's the trigger? How rude. Yeah, GG's. Removal Boa. Got Raging Tiger, got Red Rock, got Rayleigh. It's really good. Rayleigh is really good in this matchup. Hitting those Sabos, really powerful. But yeah, we were able to not even top deck, search into the dragon there, which was pretty good. That was solid. Well played to CJ Tizzy. So thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like and a subscribe. Yeah, let me know what you think of the sort of missing 2 slots. Again, this was the list that I was playing for sort of the last games of my testing session, but I'm really unsure on those 2 brooks. I don't think they're good. I think there's a lot of different options you could play. Marcus Mars, just bulk up some of your counts maybe. That red dragon could be something to note. Ben Beckman is something I want to try next time I play this guy. But I don't think there's too much more wiggle room. A couple of these koalas you could cut if there was something else you wanted to include. But you do need a critical mass of Rev Army cards. I was already whiffing on this stage a couple times. And whiffing on this is terrible. Because you already go neg 1 to play this stage. It's 100% worth it. Because of the extra value you get throughout the game, right? Turning bricks into 2Ks. Bricks into 1Ks is great. But if you were to, say, cut these koalas and cut those 2 brooks, and then not add Rev Army cards, I think your hit rate's going to get a little bit scary, which is interesting. I think you'd at least need to go up to the 4th hack if you're going to touch these koalas. But yeah, either way, I think this list is a very decent starting point. Couple of rooms for techs. I think Iron is solid. Didn't come up too much into decks other than Mihawk, but it is really, really nice if they do find that Shanks on 7 as just an option. So I think she's worth playing. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.